What's more expensive than finding a vulnerability in a pull request? Finding it in production. Every merge of vulnerable code is a future incident. A delayed release, an emergency patch, a conversation nobody wants to have. The fix is simple. Catch it before it merges. Failed PRs and Polaris help you do just that. And it's supported in all SEM environments. Let me show you. You start with policy. Define your PR policy criteria for when you want it to fail. Flag things like critical and high severity issues. Set policy to alert on reachable open source components, or fail merges for anything that pops up in the OWASP top 10 list. Second, assign that policy to your project. Then configure the application to trigger a rapid scan at every time the pull request is created. 3 steps, then done. So what does that actually look like for developers? Let's walk through it. We'll start with the lighter touch. Warn the developer that you're about to merge vulnerable code. After you set fail a pull request in your policy settings, go to the project settings and you will see a radio button that says block merge when policy fails. Make sure that this is unchecked. This allows Polaris to flag the issue, but doesn't block the developer. Why choose this approach? It's a good fit when you're easing into security enforcement, or when you want developers to understand the risks before you start blocking them. You choose how much control you apply. Here's what it looks like. A developer creates a feature branch, drops in a hard-coded API key, and then opens a pull request. Polaris scans it automatically. The check fails, and a hard-coded secret is discovered. But the merge button, it's still green. At this point, it's in the developer's hands to merge the vulnerable code, or to do the right thing. In this case, they fix it. They replace the hard-coded key with an environment variable. Polaris rescans, the check passes, and the code merges cleanly. So that setup works for security awareness. But what if you can't afford to leave that decision up to developers? Now we flip the radio button. Enable block merge when policy fails. Same workflow, new branch, same vulnerability, new pull request. This time the merge button is blocked. The developer can't merge until the check passes. You can set up an override button for authorized users in emergencies, but by default, the action is fix it first. The developer fixes the code, commits the change, and Polaris rescans automatically. The check passes, the merge is unblocked. Failed PRs in Polaris gives you 2 modes, but one similar goal. Warn mode builds security awareness, block mode enforces it. Either way, vulnerable code stays out of your protected branches. To learn more about how Polaris can help you ship more securely, visit blackduck.com/Polaris.